This video is not for educational purposes. It is a noob's opinion and should not be taken as word of God by players new to Dota 2. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, my name is Palag, and this is a list of my top 11 favorite Dota 2 heroes. Why 11? Because I couldn't narrow it down any further. Keep in mind, this is my opinion. I am fairly new and I haven't played all the heroes in Dota 2. Like for example, Puck here, who isn't actually on this list. If you'd like to suggest a hero for me to play, please leave a comment below, and I may make a video about it. Now, without further ado, let's get this underway. You know who's cool?
Outworld Devourer!
Mind you, I barely played OD. I've played him a few times in bot matches and that's about it, but I gotta admire the guy's design. He's like a stone angel bird horse. From space. And he drains her intelligence. I don't know what they were smoking. My favorite ability of Outworld Devourers is probably Astral Imprisonment. It looks friggin' awesome, and it's good for noobs like me because it actually tells me I can combo with it. It's sweet! Oh, so oh, Astral Imprisonment. Oh, Sandy's Eclipse. Oh, I am so good at this game. While composing this list, I have what I like to call a clash of the demons. I couldn't decide between Doom, Night Stalker, Shadow Fiend, and Shadow Demon. For some reason I couldn't have any but one on the list. In the end, I chose Shadow Fiend. Why? Well, it wasn't mechanics, because Night Stalker has that day/night thing, which is probably one of the coolest mechanics in the game, and Shadow Demon's pretty cool too with his poison. It wasn't the story either, because all of the demons have pretty cool stories as well. So why Shadow Fiend? One reason. Shadow Fiend's actual name is Nevermore. Awesome. Something you should know about me. I heart lane support. And there are few characters as iconically lane support as Dazzle. As a carry, I can't think of anyone I'd want more to have in a lane with me. Dazzle's just great. You should see my face whenever someone on my team picks Dazzle. Oh. Don't really have much else to say besides.
I cast a long shadow.
Speaking of support, Witch Doctor, everyone's favorite dire hero, who should be radiant. Why? How can anyone dire sound so jolly?
It was a mercy killing.
Aside from having perhaps the best voice in the game, Witch Doctor is a solid support, an excellent disabler, and he has one of the most satisfying ults, period. You know, there's a very valuable piece of advice I either learned or just made up. If you're gonna feed someone, don't feed the other team's carry. Especially not if the carry is this guy. Hot damn, Juggernaut! I haven't played him much, but he's one of those characters who demands respect. I mean, the guy's so freaking cool looking. Check it out. No face. Just a mask. Epic as shit. By far, my favorite thing about Juggernaut is just how fed he can get. He truly becomes a terror in the late game, no small thanks to his ridiculous ult, Omni Slash. Just take a look.
Somebody's on a roll.
Wow. Yes, Mr. King, right away, Mr. King. Disregarding the fact that he's fairly easy to use, I love Skeleton King because, frankly, he's badass. The guy obviously gives zero shits about anything. Look at him.
I'm just going to chuck this stunning thing at you. Abilities? Who the fuck needs that shit? Here's my auto attack. Oh shit, I died. Oh wait.
Considering I play Skeleton King fairly often, I have to say I get very lucky with him. I should have far more losses than I actually do. The amount of times I have misused his ult is remarkable. A word of advice for players in your Skeleton King? Don't forget about your armlet. It kind of helps. When I first saw Zeus, here's what went through my head, word for word. That's because he did not interest me in the slightest. But then, by our chance, I random Zeus in an all-play bot match, and I used him. And it was the bomb! Perhaps the reason I took to Zeus so quickly after playing him was that he excels at one of my absolute favorite things, harass. Arc Lightning is a fantastic harass spell, which also snags you last hits, and if the enemy's dumb enough to stay near me with low health... BAM! Lightning! Pwah! Touhou Ranger is on this list because she is attractive, and if you farm with her, you can kill people with her. Her background is also very moving, and I love her abundant personality. She and Dragon Knight should... For real, I hate Drow. So much. Nothing about her interested me in the least, especially her fanbase. The real number 4 spot goes to this lady, Bambi. Unlike certain blue-skinned people who I don't care to give any further mention, Bambi is fun, unique, and pretty hilarious at times, and I actually think she's a stronger character because of how whimsical she is. Bambi doesn't have anything to prove, and she's really not in your face about anything. In fact, you tend to forget about her, until she murders your ass with spears. It's this contrast that makes Bambi so cool a character. At first blush, she seems like a kind, happy-go-lucky nature lover, who be friends with living creatures. And then she sends them out to die? In fact, between you and me, I think she may be a bit psychotic. Just take a listen to this.
First blood!
Sheesh, so much for happy-go-lucky.
Middle is missing.
Raise of the goddamn lightning revenant bitch.
I am at a loss for words as to how much tangible swag this guy possesses. It's not even fair. Razor never ceases to make me smile. He just oozes personality. Everything he says is gold. Which incidentally is a good conductor. Yeah, I learned that from him too. And to top it all off, he is an amazing early game carry. He ganks so hard it makes people cry. And I love it. Venomancer. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh, Venomancer. Run. Run, Venomancer. Crawl, Venomancer. Die, Venomancer. As the first hero I ever seriously played, Venomancer will always hold a special place in my heart. He's apparently an easy character to use, but I've seen many people play him and suck serious cheese, and I've never been amazing with him myself. However, if played well, Venomancer can be a huge asset to your team. His abilities are all very solid, especially his wards, and his ult, which can make teamfights an absolute joke. Bye-bye, Hellfires. Hello, assists. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Support characters are great. In fact, they're vital. The trick to them is learning how not to die and making sure you're in every team fight, because if you're not... This is it, folks. The moment you've all been waiting for. My absolute favorite Dota2 hero.
The amazing, the terrifying, the almighty
Shadow Shaman. What? You say. Shadow Shaman, he's not cool at all! Where's Lich? Where's Bounty Hunter? Where's Ursa? Seriously, where's anyone but this little twerp? And to that I say, oops. But this is my list, and I can't help it if this little guy happens to be my favorite hero to play. And I'll try to explain why. First of all, his voice.
Shades, guide me!
Secondly, he's very versatile. Shadow Shaman has some incredible moves that belie his relative unpopularity if used correctly. Ether Shock is an excellent farming and harassing tool, with epic range and sexy damage. But you're not going to want to spam it, especially if your ult's up. I learned that the hard way. Shackle and Hex are both fantastic crowd control, and they really supplement his ultimate ability, which is perhaps the most versatile of the bunch, Mass Serpent Ward. This ability is useful in team fights as crowd control and as a killing blow, and it's absolutely amazing when it comes to taking down towers, both provided you're able to micro with some efficiency. Perhaps my favorite thing to do with Shadow Shaman, ironically, is micro his Serpent Wards from the grave. If I die in a team fight, I am by no means out of it, and I can still make a difference. Really though, what this list comes down to is how much these heroes appeal to me as characters. I know I'll never be a pro at this insanely difficult game, but that isn't what I'm after. Simply put, I love the way Valve has really mixed excellent gameplay, iconic humor, and lovable characters to create a game that appeals not just to talented gamers looking for cash and glory, but to awkward, fantasy-loving noobs like me. This has been Palag's Top 10 Dota 2 Heroes, and thanks for listening. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my crap. Expect more soon hopefully, and again, if you'd like to see me try to play a specific hero, leave a comment below. I really appreciate it. Just try not to rage when I butcher the name of every decent Invoker player on the planet. Seriously, don't suggest Invoker. I'll probably cry.